following show is a paid program. This show is brought to you by CH Global
Can't hear you guys.
Services.
Can't hear you. Hey family, what's up? Thank you for joining me on the Cam Hill Show. And today I have my special guest, Kenny and CHANTE LLOYD, CEOs of TAVA Lifestyle. That's a lifestyle of health and wellness products. You're going to love them. Man, they are great friends of mine. Kenny LLOYD, as you know, his dad, Earl LLOYD, was the first African-American to ever be in the NBA. He opened the doors for so many: LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, and several others, Kobe Bryant and all of them. Hello, my friends, Kenny LLOYD and CHANTE.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, Cam. Hey, listen. Sean and I discussed it. The first thing I wanted to say is, where's my money?
I love it.
Do we get paid for this? What?
Exactly. Kenny and CHANTE LLOYD, TAVA Lifestyle. This is your own deal this time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing, man, to be able to control the narrative.
I think when we talked a little earlier, we talked about the fact about how we got started here. People don't know, and I want to remind them again that your father was the first African American to ever enter the NBA. I love that. Mm-hmm. How so did you feel when you found that out as a young person?
You know what, man? My father was just dad to me, and he was a great father. You know what you don't look at the fame. All I saw from my father were the repercussions of me being a knucklehead. All right, but he was a great father, man. It really didn't dawn on me until I got a little older, not only was my father the first to play in the NBA, he was the first African-American executive in Chrysler Corporation. His job was to go out there and find other qualified African-Americans to hold managerial positions. So he didn't just, as I think about my father, everything with him was about the spirit of excellence. It's like, you can't just be, when you're black, especially when you're the first, second, or third, so he taught me the spirit of excellence, man. And I think that has carried me a long time, man. It's like it was embedded in me. And my father, he was a perfect example of the spirit of excellence, man. He's one of the most humble guys that I know. When he walked in a room, no matter what his celebrity, man, the only thing that separated him from everybody else in the room was his height. Because, and I'm serious, because he never looked
6'9".
Yeah, he's 6'9". He never looked at anybody, man, like they were beneath him, like he was better, man. So, and these lessons that he taught me, man, they've carried me through, I watched him. He was a great father. He was a great husband, and so, man, like I said, it was embedded. So that's a big part of why I am here, even though my mother is another big part too.
Right. As we speak of your mother, Dr. LLOYD, yes. She too had a strong legacy and an effect on the world. Let's talk about her.
Man, my mother was a proponent for Black women.
Yes.
My mother had a PhD in education, and she could have done anything she wanted. But what she did, man, she had a special program, and she was an administrator of over 200 people. And they got a grant, and they gave her a building, and they took teenage young ladies who became impregnated and took them out of the school system and put them in this school system amongst their peers who were pregnant too, and allowed them to continue their education and teach them how to be good mothers, man. And my mother really cared about, young ladies and young people and young women and young men, man, just educating themselves and preparing themselves for a better life. And my mother, in her end, my mother enjoyed life to its fullest, man. My mother was 80-something years old. Every year, she traveled the world with some of her friends, man. So, when I look at her legacy, man, it's sad because she left me on March 28th,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and this year she was a victim of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, but you know the thing was, it's like I'll never forget when my father found out that his days were coming to an end. Right?
Yes.
He said something I'll never forget. He said, and I asked him, I said, Dad, how do you really feel about knowing the end is near? He said, Kenny, he said, life and death is like a doorknob. He said, everybody gets a turn.
Wow.
He said, how you deal with it is based on what you've given your life, the life that you lived. And he said that a lot of people leave here crying and sad because they never did the things that they wanted to do. And it takes courage to try the things that nobody else feels that can be done, and I'll never forget that. Never.
I love that about you and your family, including Chante. You guys are first.
Yeah.
The first of a lot of things. You all have built several direct sales marketing companies, Artists being one, Total Life Changes, and now TAVA, which is your own. Let's go back a little bit and let's talk about how you started and how you got here, being from a mortgage broker out of Atlanta. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, and you have to excuse me, Sean, don't let him in. You have to excuse me because, like, my mother was like Sean really loved my mother. They had a relationship.
Absolutely, I know that.
We got a little cool when we started talking about it. But,
that's okay. That's fine.
So I lived in Atlanta.
Yes.
I lived in Atlanta, Georgia when Sean and I met. I met Chante, a buddy of mine who I played basketball with in college, got married and he had a reception. So I came down here to the reception and met Chante, and I mean, she just chased me, until she just caught me, man. No, actually, it was the other way around, man. Listen, when I met you, I knew there was something special about her. But I was doing mortgages in Atlanta, and my plan was to transition here and do mortgages and build mid-level homes like $80,000 to $130,000. And Sean would tell you that I'll never forget that when the truck came with my things, my final things, because we brought some things down here. But when the U-Haul truck pulled up, I got a call because I had like 2 loans that were supposed to be closing on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And one was with I forget, it was a big one, but they said that the loans are not closing, and the company closed down. And I'm like, what? What do you mean they closed down?
Exactly.
Out here. But so when that happened, man, it just turned my life around because for a long time, I was making excuses about what happened to me. And I was saying that the industry collapsed and it left me in a bad place. But what left me in a bad place is that I didn't properly prepare myself financially. I didn't save money, man. I was living, like the money I was making. And I never would come to an end. And I learned that lesson, sadly, at 50 years old, man. I mean, I really went broke at 50 years old. I mean, Sean and I were together, and I really had big plans. I moved here. I didn't know anybody. And, man, Sean will tell you, I'll never forget, we had my 50th birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I was just in a low. I really was.
Right.
And so we did a throwback party. And we put our last monies for the week into having a party. And we bought, a few half gallons of liquor, and Sean was making a punch. So we said it'll stretch. We could stretch it. Right? And it was like in a 5-gallon jar, man, dispenser. Yeah. And so she put it in the sink and was pouring everything in it and completed it and said, "Can you take it out the sink?" And when I took it out and set it on the counter, it must have hit a pressure point because it just shattered. And it shattered all on me, man. I was like, that's just insult to injury. Yeah. I mean, man, I'm not lying. Devastated. I was devastated. Okay? And if I had a weak mind, man, I went into the bedroom. If I had a weak mind, man, Chante could have come in there and saw me in the closet with a noose around my neck. Because I'm very serious, man. Like, that was the lowest point that I'd ever been in my life, into humiliation.
Yes.
To what suffering I was already going through, man. I had that spill on me.
Right.
Like I locked myself in the room. For real, Sean was knocking on the door telling me to come out. And it was a very low place, Cam. Very low.
Yes.
Very low.
Absolutely. There are some things that we were talking about that as things were happening with you, with your family and things, foreclosure. Let's talk about that.
Man,
and how we got there.
So, and we were living in that house.
Yes, same house.
But amazingly, miraculously, and this is why I tell people that when you're down, if you continue to look down and cry all the time, you miss out on things. Like you can't see opportunity with your head down, right? And then also, you can't play like you have something that you don't. I say there's no shame in being broke. The only shame is acting like you're not when you are, because God puts people in different places at certain times to take you to another level. And when you're acting like you have money, that person might not recognize you. You follow me?
Yes.
And so I never played like I had it going on. I mean, my close friends knew my struggle. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't walk around with a T-shirt on and said I'm broke as hell. But you know, I never played the role. And so simultaneously at that party, there was a couple good friends of ours that were turning us on to this opportunity. And I'll tell you, I'll never forget, it was a lady named B.J. Brown, who I say is my hero, and it was a lady named Twyla and Irwin Portis, right? Portis. And B.J. said, listen, I got something I want you to take a look at. And, you know, man, I pulled myself up. And they said, well, can we go upstairs? Because we garments. This was Artists International, the first network marketing company we got into.
That's how we met Dorothy.
That's how we met
Dorothy Cook. Shout out to her.
So we went, and Chante let people go upstairs and start trying on this garment, right? And I just said, because they were like, Kenny, do you mind? It's your party. Can we go up there? I'm like, I don't give a damn. I'm checked out. You know, I don't care. Just, man, and I kept hearing ladies up there saying, oh my God, oh, what, you know, and you know what? BJ sold some of those garments and gave us some money.
What?
Gave us some money. And I say that, and her name is Barbara Brown. Barbara, she is my angel, because she turned me on to this company, and I didn't act like I had it going on. I told her, listen, it only costs $300
for us to get in the business.
Only costs us $300 to join. I said, I don't even have it, you know, and I'm not going to borrow from anybody. I'm just not.
Right.
I said, it's your birthday. I'm going to give you this money. And you know what? When she gave us that money, it was a major blessing, because it instilled something in me, because my father instilled principles in me. And one of the principles is honor. Like, so when Chante and I joined Artists International, it wasn't about money.
Right.
It was about, I got to honor the fact that she saw something in us. She saw something in me and Chante to go out on the line and give us the money to get in. And not only that, she gave us product to go when we traveled, to go on the road and let people try. And man, she is to this day a big part of my story, and I'll never forget her. For that, man. I mean, you know, she was my angel. God put her in that place at that time that if I didn't lift my head up, I would have missed it. If I'd have told her, hell no, don't you think I'm hurt? You can't go up there and put anybody in anything, I'd have missed the boat. But and then I will tell you this, the number one reason that Sean and I are where we are now is because of Chante, for real. Because, and I say that because you know, the failures that I went through, you know, it would have been easy for her to kill my spirit and say, you got to go get a job. For real. You got to go get a real job. And, you know, because this network marketing thing, and before we got an artist, it's just saying, you got to go get a job. No, we're not doing any, if they ain't paying a salary. But you know what? She always believed in me. And I tell women when I travel the world, man, and I share with women in different languages that the woman is the spirit of the man. That right in that instance, she could have killed my spirit, for real, when I was down, but she didn't. And there was another pivotal moment too, because we went to Atlanta, and Chante was flying with an airline carrier, and that was a blessing too, because we could fly for free. Because everybody in Texas knew me as Chante's broke man, you know. And, you know, but in Atlanta, I was still known as a guy that was a deal maker. I made things happen for people, right? So, and everybody was hurting in the mortgage industry. So we went back, and I'll never forget the first night we got there, we did some home parties, right? And we didn't know what we were doing. all we knew to put women in those garments, right? So we were out until about 1 a.m. in the morning, and Chante was by herself, right? We went over to this lady's house. She had an incredible house. It was nice. She had a party. She had about 12 women in the back. And man, Chante was looking good. And she went back there. And the first the women was saying, no, I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put it on. Man, Chante was back in that room for about 4 hours, right? Now the guys, we were sitting out there. I'm broke as hell, you know. Margarita. So when Chante came out there, and I'm feeling good.
She didn't eat.
Chante came
Nothing.
So she comes out. When she went in, her hair was looking like this. When she came out, she had an afro. Her hair, afro. And I'm talking about the toes of her shoes, the
foot of the shoes,
colors wore off of it.
Mm-hmm. And my knees were
hurting because she was putting women in those garments. and you know what? And so we left there, man. She was angry. And it was too late. I was supposed to stay at one of my friends' house. And I said, you know, because when you broke, man, you just down mentally.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't go there at 1 o'clock, man. I can't go wake him up. And I could have, because he was one of my best friends, but I just wasn't feeling good about myself. I was feeling less than, even though I was still working, right? So I said, well, we made some money. Let's just go stay in a Marriott. She said, Kenny, it's 1 o'clock. We're going to check out at 11 or 12, you know. She said, why spend that money? Let's just go to a motel.
Yeah.
Man, I will tell you, man, and I hate to tell this story because it really does bring tears to my eyes sometimes. So, man, we pulled up at this motel, and it's where there were pimps and prostitutes, man.
Yeah.
Guys were selling drugs. And, man, we went and checked in, and we were walking up those steps, man, and I told Sean, baby, I feel so bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And then was the most profound thing that she did. She said, baby, don't worry about this. This will just be a part of our story.
Yeah.
You know, and when she said it, I'll never forget it, man. We went in the hotel room. It was so bad. Sean
put our clothes.
Sean put on her sweatsuit, slept in the bed, right? And me, I told her, I'm not doing it. I pulled up a chair right next to the bed and sat in the chair, and I said, the only way I'm going to go to sleep in that bed is I'm going to fall out this chair in that bed, okay? But you know what? After that, man, we worked through our pain.
Yeah.
We worked through, man. And 5 months later, man, our story, if you Google it, is from broke as hell to living well, because we went from no money to, in 5 months, man, hitting the top position in the company and earning over $250,000 in that period of time, man. Like Cam, it was so bad that we didn't have a checking account.
Right.
Yes.
Like when we started making money. Like when we really started making money, like I say, we crossed over, right? We started making money, man, like $10,000, $15,000 checks. Man, we were taking them to the cash checking place,
right
man.
There,
Check cash.
Live Oak in Southmore. You know where it is.
Exactly.
Man, they went and got microscopes, man. They like, I can't believe, who brings a $10,000 check? Like, my broke ass. That's who does it, okay? Like, for real. So we went through, man, we just went through a lot, man. Like, but we never, ever got dissuaded, man. Mm-hmm. We said that we're going to stay this course because we're making money, and we know it's going to change. Mm-hmm. And slowly but surely, things started to change, man. It's like, it really, like, life started getting so good for us, man. And it continues to, but that was the platform.
Right.
You know,
but during that time we filed bankruptcy.
Yeah,
during that time we filed bankruptcy. As a matter of fact, we filed bankruptcy twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Chante, let's get you in here. Let's find out from Chante from what Kenny was saying at the start, your take as a woman, as the wife, as the person that is the blessing for both. You know, you're our rib. You know what I'm saying? You're the, you know, from a woman's take, let's talk to the women about what you went through.
Okay. Well, it was very difficult because first and foremost, I met Kenny at 35.
Uh-huh.
I was 35 years old. I didn't have any children. I had never been married before. And so it was new for me, the whole, relationship thing, a man living with you, all of that was new for me. So it was a huge experience. But what I appreciated and I really loved and what attracted me to Kenny in the first place was the great father that he was to his children and the great provider that he was, and that he was a go-getter. Like, he had a lot of the qualities in a man that I liked. He wanted more in life, and he didn't mind getting out there and working for it and making it happen. So all of those qualities were already there in him when we first met. And so for him to provide for us and to do the things that I feel a man should do for the household, because I believe, keep in mind, my mother comes from 3rd Ward, Texas, Houston, went to Yakes. And my grandmother has 10 children, 6 girls and 4 boys. The women are very dominant. I grew up in a very female dominant household. My mother was a single parent. So even though I didn't have any positive male role models around me, there were people that I saw, and through my life and through my experiences in relationships, I held off because I knew there was someone perfect out there for me. I just had to be patient. And so I saw those qualities in Kenny because he had those qualities. And so, of course, that was important. A lot of times people really don't understand at 35, you kind of know who you are. You've already been through a lot of, bad relationships, and you've kind of said, no, I don't want this, but I want that. And I don't want this, but I want that. And so he displayed those things. He had those qualities. And so that makes a difference. It's not like we hooked up and he didn't have those qualities at 50 years old. I'm 35, and then all of a sudden he got them. At 50, it was already in him. It just needed to be blossomed. It needed to be worked on. And so him coming to Houston was the beginning, because it was hard for him because he had to leave his children back in Atlanta, and that part was hard for him. And so when we decided to connect with one another, and it was a new experience for me, I knew that I had to submit in some type of way, because I was used to pumping my own gas and taking out my own trash and all the things that, women do. And so we can kind of get to the point where we're, honoring and don't want to allow a man to be a man. And so I decided to submit and allow him to be the man. And it was a good thing because he showed me that he could be the man of my household and be the king that I knew that he was when I met him. And so that made a difference in all of our lives. So I believed in him because even when we were broke, he was always trying things. He was always trying to make things happen. And he always said that even though I worked, it was his responsibility to take care of the household. And I thought, wow, I wasn't familiar with that, and I was glad to know that he was that type of man. And so that's what made me stick by him. It's not like when I was going to work, he's sitting up at home chilling, not doing anything, not cleaning the house, not cooking, not making things happen. When I got home, he had dinner for me, a bath water run, and he was working, trying to make things happen. So that showed me that, hey, this is great. Yes, we will get past this, but I chose the perfect person, and I'll live underneath a freeway with you in a box for a very short period of time. But
I love it. When we,
That's what she used to say. She used to say, Kenny, I love you, and I would live underneath the freeway in a refrigerator box with you. I said, I know, baby, but for how long? Okay.
Absolutely. When we get back, we'll be right back with Kenny and CHANTE LLOYD.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living. No home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
We can't hear you, Cam. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. No.
Hey.
There we go.
There you go.
Sounds great. Sounds great. We were just talking to you guys about how you met. How did you get from where you were in the mortgage business, Kenny, and now on up to artists? Let's talk a little bit more about, going towards direct sales. You're on to total life changes at that point from artists. How do we get that place?
Yeah, we were
a few years in between.
Yeah, there were a couple of years in between, man. 3 years in between, and
to be exact.
Because we were really looking for the right situation. We didn't want to just move. We didn't want to be the kind of people that jump from one company to another to another to another.
Uh-huh.
We wanted our next move to be what we thought was going to be our life move. But we had a good friend of ours who introduced me to the CEO over there.
Okay.
And, he flew to Houston and we met, we talked, we tried the products, and we were pleased with the products, and we went to work, man. And what happened was that we really started, the company had no presence in North America.
Uh-huh.
So what happened is that we started working with the company with two other couples, and man, listen, within the first year, man, we grew the company grew 500%.
Yes.
And I knew it was a blessing because most companies would implode at 100% growth. But it grew 500% growth, man, and they made me the VP of sales over there. And I think that was that was like a quantum leap in our life, man. I think that everything that we had done, everything we had been through prepared us for that company at that moment, and we went in and we worked our butt off. We didn't go in there with any entitlement. We had to start from the bottom.
Yes.
And we proved that, that we were worthy of leadership.
Right.
And they appointed me VP of sales. And man, we took, as VP of sales, man, we took the company to a whole nother level, man. We watched a lot of people grow.
Yes.
Absolutely. That sounds great. Let's go to TAVA Lifestyle, which is your own.
Right. So I just think, man, that, a lot of people don't understand when you shift and make a move. They become scared of you. They want to attack you. But man, I think that it was CHANTE and I made a decision because we were going to retire.
Right.
Because our income was such that we were in a position to really retire, and we took 3 months off and really thought about our next move. And this is another tip I'll give you that, I used to teach people that I work with that you have to be careful what you give away of yourself on social media, because people watch you. I don't care about likes. I mean, people like what, people watch you.
Yes.
And they make decisions about you based on what they see you post.
Right.
And so I tell people, be careful, be mindful, even children, because now employers look at your social media pages to find out things about you that you don't tell them.
Yes.
So somebody, there's a guy, and I'm not going to give names, but he's the most powerful guy in network marketing. He's a white guy. And he had been watching Chante and I. Yeah. He had been watching. And we met with a representative of his that said, listen, let me bring you up to Dallas and let you meet with him.
Yes.
And Chante and I went to Dallas, and he gave us a proposal, man. This guy said, I'm going to put some resources behind you. And he put millions behind us, man, and believed in us. And so Chante and I left, and he didn't put pressure on me neither. He didn't say, y'all have 24 hours to make a decision.
Right.
So Sean and I, so I asked Chante, baby, if we do this, we're going to lose our income over here at this other company.
Right.
And I said, and she said, Kenny, whatever you say do, I'll do. And I said, hell no. You're going to if it don't work, you're not going to be calling me stupid, okay?
Exactly.
Right? So she bought into it. And Cam, I will tell you, man, when you know that you have favor, favor always shows up, man. And I don't care who tries to tear you down, who fights against you, who wants to see you fail. Favor always shows up, man. And Sean and I always have favor because we're servant leaders, man. Like money doesn't rule us, man.
It'll come.
We're so blessed, and our whole thing is about making money. Like my prayer was, man, I just asked God to allow me to make enough money to where I could stroke $1 million check for real. Like I wish I was in a position to cut $1 million check during COVID, man, because we could have helped a lot more people than we did help. But the journey has been incredible.
Yes.
We were 8 months young.
8 months.
And we have achieved earmarks financially that companies don't achieve for 2 years.
Absolutely.
But not only us, and I'm not talking about us personally. I'm talking about the company itself.
Yes.
But we have people that have joined us, man, that joined us because they found out we were an African-American owned and operated company.
Yes.
And they had experience with me and Sean. And, man, they left their income behind and came and joined us. And now to see their life, man, blossom. To see who was struggling during COVID come and join us. Because during COVID, when a lot of companies were shut down, we were flourishing because people were at home, and we show people how to make. We're a home-based business.
Right? Yes.
How to make money from home,
flourishing
online. How to make money, and it's still flourishing.
Yes.
Because man, people are hurting.
Yes.
And Shante and I have always been about people, and I don't care what anybody wants to say. Listen, man, there's a saying that character is not what people say about you, it's who you are.
Yes.
And then people like you who know Sean and I, man, you know our heart for the community.
Yes.
You know it.
Yes.
And it's all about helping people get what they need, and you will get what you need.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. I agree with that.
Yes.
I also want to tell people, and while you're talking about that, let's talk about your nonprofits, because you give so much money towards nonprofits to help so many people. The first one is the LLOYD Foundation. Yes, love, 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 and TAVA Cares.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about the LLOYD Foundation first. Family Foundation.
The LLOYD Family Foundation was really about my father first, and then, about his legacy, because my father gave back. Then we included my mother. But what we do a lot for a lot of people.
Yes.
It's funny, because somebody asked me to identify what is your initiative, and I said, man, it's funny because I don't really have a strong initiative. It's just I get people coming to me saying that people need help all the time, man. We help people, but what I primarily do is that I went to the real TSU, Tennessee State. Okay.
Wait wait a minute. I get in trouble with that. You got to go back. It's Tennessee State.
The real TSU, Tennessee State University, Big Blue, baby. Okay. And so, I was finding out, and Sean and I were talking, we were finding out that there were a preponderance of students.
Yes.
When they hit their junior and senior years, like they would have to drop out because they were running out of money.
Yeah.
So we said that, listen, we give our money to so many other organizations that support students, but we said, I want to go to my alma mater, and I want to go there and take my money, and I know who is helping.
Yes.
And man, so it's funny because I have friends that I went to school with that are in positions over there, student affair positions and deans, and so they call me and they tell me about particular students that are doing well, but they're struggling. They need help.
Yes.
And so we probably help about 3 or 4 a year.
See it through.
See it through. It's called See It Through, and we help them see school all the way through. So we start off with their junior year, and we see them all the way through graduation.
Yes.
Wow.
And if they see fit, we have a job for them if they want it when they're done. I guess I don't know. Our pay must be kind of low because one person considered it, but you know what? We just have it.
That's so crazy.
That's just a joke, damn. It's a joke, okay?
Make more money if they become a distributor than an employee.
Yes. Yes. But and then with the that's the Lloyd Family Foundation, but TAVA Cares.
And then I got 5 on it.
Well, oh yeah, I got 5 on it. I'm sorry, we had a partnership with Fountain of Praise with Remus Wright, and we were giving the church $500 a month. Man, we got 5 on it to help parents that were struggling or single mothers that were struggling.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then with TAVA Cares, it's a philanthropic arm of TAVA, which not a lot of companies have.
Right.
And we have an alignment with people who have breast cancer that are in the and we help them with their treatment, support them financially.
Yes.
During COVID, Jaylene Mack is my executive director of it, and she went out, man. We helped probably about 20 or 30 different families delivering food to them during this COVID.
Yes.
Man. So, man, I could go on, but listen, man, we care about our people.
Yes,
yes, you do.
We care about our people. We care about the community. And we're blessed.
Yes, to be a blessing.
Yes, and I want to reiterate and just tell people, knowing Kenny and Chante, it's not thousands they have been given. They have been giving out millions and millions of dollars over the years that people don't even have knowledge of that they have given. Not just people in the day now, and it's from their heart. Yeah. I just want people to know that it's from their heart.
Yeah.
With no thought in trying to even think of the return they've always given. And I just want to thank you all for just doing that for everybody, because there's so many people you've helped. And I've had so many calls to let me know that you've done that.
Oh,
thank you, Cam. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man.
I just want you to know that they did. We were talking about your dad, the first African-American to enter the NBA, talking about your mom, Dr. Lloyd herself, and talking about you guys. Now that you look at COVID, have you seen that affect different businesses? And we talked a little bit about that.
Well, it's sad because Sean and I, we did something during COVID, called Friends Up and Friends, man.
Yes.
And look, Sean knows. Listen, man, I love Third Ward.
Yeah.
And I love Almeda, and I have some very good friends. Lawrence McQueen with McQueen's.
Yes.
And Jackie, and Melodrama, and then I'm a member of Our Legends, and then B's Wine Bar.
Yes.
And these are our friends, man. And we would talk to them, and they would be transparent, man. So we decided to take a Friday, and we did this big campaign. I had my marketing team from my company, Sean and I, and man, we went out into the community
Yes.
and solicited and gave everybody 30 minutes and went to their businesses
Yes.
and solicited support. Not support, because look, man, these are businesses that if they close, it would impact the community greatly.
Yes.
Who's been there forever? Jackie's been in melodrama forever.
Yes.
You know, Unwind. Man, we would miss these businesses, but we have to support and
each other.
And not support each other when the camera's rolling.
Right.
We have to support
Right.
the camera's
Not rolling. That's
Yes.
right.
You know, it's not rolling. So we said we can't help everybody, but we can certainly help people that we consider to be our friends, and we can help. You know, and so I never asked them how much they got, because each of them had their own GoFundMe or Cash App there. I never asked them. I don't even care. You know, but I do believe that, and then I solicited the help of Nephew Tommy. You know Nephew Tommy.
Yes.
Nephew Tommy, man, listen, he came all the way from Spring and helped Jaylene Mack and Lachelle Pierre, and even D-Mars lent a hand. You know, because he sent the information through his database, man, and you know, and it's a beautiful thing to see people to come together.
Right. Right.
We made a day of it, man. We had all.
It was a good time.
You know, but we were just hoping that other people that have other friends that have businesses would do the same thing. You know, I don't know if they did, man, but we had a great time doing it, man. Because again, look, I really do. Sean will tell you, man, I love Third Ward.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent with all that strip, with all the brilliant, beautiful black people on that strip, man, that have businesses that are doing things,
that's
man.
true.
I love, man. I just love my people down there, man. Love it.
I know you do. I know you do. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Cam Hill Show.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living. No home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, we're back. We're talking to Kenny and CHANTE LLOYD. Hey, Kenny, CHANTE.
We're back.
Hey, what's going on? We were just talking about Third Ward. We were talking about other things. Let's talk to our dreamers. Let's talk to the people that are out there that maybe have been laid off. 40 million plus people are now laid off or furloughed. Don't know how they're going to make it. This is COVID. We don't even know if we're going to go back to work. They're thinking about maybe closing down again. What would we tell them? You all are so great in talking to our dreamers and entrepreneurs.
This is an opportunity for everybody to step out of their comfort zone.
Yes.
And try something new.
Mm-hmm.
because of social media, because of the internet, because of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of those things, people are now on social media that aren't normally on social media, but it's a time for you to use that to make some money, not to clown around. And so what I would say is network marketing is the things to do. One of the things to do, of course, I'm going to say that because it's a business. It was always a business that you can work from home. The reason why our business has been so successful is because we have weight loss products that people need to take, and we have multivitamins and energy. And let me just explain those things to you. You need energy because the kids are home with you right now during COVID. You need detox tea because you're gaining weight. You're gaining weight because all we're doing at home cooking and eating and cleaning. You need Vita Plus, which gives you energy, B12, B4, B6, in order to keep up with what's going on at the home. If you have your children, you're homeschooling. A lot of you all are homeschooling because school is out. Yes. And so you need energy for that. You need your Valet 30.
Yes.
Because you need your vitamins. And so what I would tell you is you have to get creative and you got to get out of your comfort zone. And what I mean by that is when we got started in network marketing, I'm not a salesperson. I never sold anybody anything. I didn't call you and ask you to buy Girl Scout cookies for my child or none of that.
Right.
I'm one of those. You call me, okay, I'm just going to buy it. Just to support you. That's just the person I am. And so it took a minute, a few months, and actually the first, well, I would say the third check in network marketing and Artists International for me to have that sense of, oh my God, I can really do this and believe in myself. And it's not about selling. It's about just telling people about your personal experience. And that's a lot of people have to do, and that's what I mean by getting out of your comfort zone. I had to get out of my comfort zone and say, hey, I'm not selling anybody. I'm not forcing anything on anybody. I'm just telling them about my personal experience. And so what you do is, if you are a chef, if you are good with making clothes, if you are good with whatever that you are good with, this is the time to lean on that in order to make money for your household. This is not the time to fold. This is the time to put your faith in order.
Yes.
Because if God has you here still and you haven't been passed away from COVID, because a lot of people have, then you still have a purpose. You just need to figure out what that purpose and that passion is, and you need to work on it. A lot of people have started making their own hair care line. They're making their own makeup. They're doing a lot of things, creative things. And a lot of times I know people say, well, I'm not really creative. There is something that you can do to make money. You're just going to have to figure out what it is. And if you don't know, then you can join TAVA. And we'll have
Love it. Kenny.
Well, you know what? And we say TAVA, you know, but Sean and I, listen, I'm an ambassador for network marketing.
Right.
Because this changed my life, whether it's TAVA
or any
network marketing company.
Yes.
I think that, you know, that you really have to step out of your fear, not your comfort zone. Because, you know, this is saying about comfort, man. You know, comfort is a thing that, you know, there are not a lot of people who make a lot of money, man, who operate in the spirit of comfort.
Yes.
You have to, like I believe in this, man, that fear and faith cannot occupy the same space.
That's true.
That your faith will allow you to go places that your fear would never allow you to go. I think that you have to find some belief in yourself. You know, a lot of people don't believe they can. I don't think I could do what Kenny and CHANTE are doing. And that is bull. Okay?
Anybody can.
Because if we can do it, you can do it. You know, there's nothing, speaking real. Look, the only thing special about me and CHANTE is our resilience. The ability to bounce back from failure and losing things. But for everything you lose, there's something greater out there waiting for you. But you got to step outside of your fear of not being able to do something. And I have tried so many things in my life and failed.
It's okay to fail.
But I failed forward. You can't be afraid to fail. And when you think about going into business, Look, man, network marketing, no matter what company you go into, you can get started in a network marketing company for as little as $49.
Right.
Okay? You can get started for, I don't know many businesses that you can start for $300 and have a chance to make $300,000 your first year.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of people that do it. And,
Yes.
you know, a lot of people have this crazy myth about network marketing, but I'm going to tell you something now, that CHANTE and Kenny Lloyd are not a myth. We're two black people that went through struggle,
Yes.
like people that we all know are struggling.
Yes.
Yes.
Made a decision to get sick and tired of being sick and tired of struggling.
Yes.
I get tired of watching people, you know, out here in Houston that were rolling around in nice cars and making money and going and talk about traveling. Man, I want to be that. Why can't I be
Why
that?
can't we?
Yes.
So, and the thing I had to do was make a change, a shift, and you know,
And you're thinking.
am I thinking? It was
Yeah.
like
Yes.
I think I'm tired of being broke.
But you also have to have the belief, though. You know, you have
gotta
to
believe.
believe
Yes.
that you can have these things. You
Yes.
have to believe it. And I can't make you believe it. I can't put that in you. You have to believe it. First, you have to want it.
Yes.
And then you have to believe it. And then that faith kicks in. And then you have to get out there and put the work in, because a lot of people want the reward, but they don't want to put the work in.
That's the key.
Right.
And the work is important.
You gotta put it in. Like, look, Sean and I, man, anybody know? Man, I put it in. Listen,
Yes.
this
Sleeps.
life that we're living,
Yes.
man, it don't come without a price.
Yes. Yes.
Price of prices that
Yes.
you pay is worth no price. But your life, man, is, you know what? The greatest thing about making money, and I say this, is it gives you peace.
Yes.
You know, like,
Yes.
we have the peace of knowing that our basic essential bills will be paid. Unlike before, when I was out there, you know, returning on the electricity when it got cut off. My neighbor wonder, why is he laying on the grass with some pliers, turning my water back? I think I'm lying, for real. Like
Hiding our cars because
Hiding
they was
our
going to be
cars.
repossessed.
Tell us. Let's talk. Yeah.
So we say all that to say that we're transparent.
Yes.
The only thing special about us is that our drive to have more. We endured the pain.
Yes.
You know, we endured it. And if you endure the pain that you're going through, I will tell you now that the pain won't last for 6. Listen, I'll tell you, this is my final story and I'm done, Cam. We're in Artists International and we were about to hit the top position in the company. And I knew that if we hit it, that we were going to make 6 figures that month, right?
Yes.
So CHANTE was sitting at the computer entering names in, and I was like, and it cut off at 12, and it was about 11:48, and I was like, you got to hurry up, Sean.
Yes.
Come on, baby. You got to hurry up. And Sean was sitting at the computer, and she started shaking, right? And I'm like, oh, my God, if she passes out, we're through, because I can't. I don't know how to get anybody in the system can, right? And CHANTE, I calmed her down, pulled her away, and CHANTE put it all in the system. Look, man, I fell asleep. When I saw in the computer came up, you hit the platinum president position, I told Sean, I'm going to lay down and go to sleep. I slept for 18 hours.
Yeah, he was exhausted.
I slept for 18 hours straight because I had not had more than 3 hours, 4 hours sleep our whole journey.
Right.
Wow.
When I woke up after the 18 hours, man, I woke up a new person. I woke up anew.
Wow.
I woke up a new person on a new level. With a new mindset,
Yes.
you know, with a new level. I mean, like, you know, I was just like, it wasn't I have a ride. It was like, I found peace.
Right.
Yes.
I found a peace that allowed me to sleep
Right.
for 18 hours, man. And there's nothing more beautiful in the world than having peace in your life. And for you men, it's a beautiful thing to be able to give your wife the things that she desires.
Or to even be able to work out of your brokenness together.
Yes.
Together.
As a couple.
Because
Because we work together every day.
Yes.
And we live together and we sleep together. So we see each other a lot. So we have to love each other and we work well together. What his strength is and what my strength is, and we put it together and we make it work.
Yes.
But I told you, man, I'll say this, man, that everything that we do now is really about our children, man.
And our family.
And our family.
Yes.
Because my parents built a platform for me and my brother.
Yes.
And now it is my responsibility to build one for my children, and we built a platform for them. We're consistently doing it to give them the one up on life.
Right.
You know, to give them an opportunity to pursue their dreams, and they're doing it, man. I have 3 kids, man.
Right.
You know,
and 2 dogs.
But they're all my 2 oldest boys in the music industry, and they're doing big. And I'm not talking about now; they're doing very well. They're in Atlanta. My daughter just moved here, Sierra, and she's joining the family business, and I'm very happy about that, man.
Yes, he is.
You know, so we're just, man. Sum it up, man. We're blessed. And we feel blessed to be able to be a blessing to people, man.
Yes. And this industry is a blessing. So please, if it's not with TAVA, get with any network marketing company because it will change your life. It's just like owning a franchise, but you don't have to pay the $1 million for the franchise. It's a very small interest fee, but you do have to train for the business. You do have to know how to do the business. You have to get some training and things of that nature. And that's what the company does for you, as well as other companies. They offer that. So don't be afraid to jump out and make it happen.
But look for a Black home.
Yes.
Absolutely. I love it. How do they get in contact with you for TAVA?
They can go to our website if they want to learn about the business at TAVALifestyle.com. That's TAVALifestyle.com. Or they can reach out to Kenny and I. I don't mind giving out
the phone number.
You don't want to give out? I give out my phone number. You can call me and join the company. I will be happy to place you under some wonderful people. It doesn't matter where you are, all over the world. I got your back. You can reach out. We have a Facebook page, which is TAVA Lifestyle HQ. Our Instagram page is TAVA Lifestyle HQ, and you can reach out to us there.
Give them Facebook. Your Facebook inbox.
My Facebook is CHANTE LLOYD, and my Instagram is CHANTE LLOYD. So I'll make it easy for you to reach out to me. Actually, my Facebook is CHANTE Trimmer Lloyd. I made the trimmer.
I love it.
It's Trimmer Lloyd.
We made the mistake of giving our phone number one other time, man, on an interview, boy. And I tell you, all I got to say about that is that we won't do that.
I love it. I love it. I thank you for everything that you all are doing.
Thank you, and we appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being on here. That is Kenny and CHANTE LLOYD with TAVA Lifestyle. We thank you so much. That's a global network marketing company of health and wellness. On tomorrow, I will have Reggie Jams. He will be here on tomorrow, 12:30 to 1:30. We'll see you. Thank you. Bye.